Yo, what's happening, man? Listen, I think this is the last video I'm gonna do on the Indian Red Boy situation. Cause I just don't like talking about it like that. I personally didn't know, dude. I've been to Inglewood quite a few times, been to LA quite a few times. I know how the politics sort of is out there. My mom from LA. Granted, I don't know the politics that well, obviously. I haven't been there since like 2016, maybe 2015. But I know enough to know, I don't think that was Inglewood that got him. I think it was his own side. I'm just going to summarize everything. I think it was his own side in some capacity, but I don't think it was Inglewood. And from what I'm hearing from people who may or may not be out there, is that it was over a bitch or street politics or some drama, which at first I wanted to sort of push off, but I realized, I was like, wait, if they know people's looking for Capone, and this is why I'm making this video now, because I really don't want to talk about this anymore. I feel like it's not something we should really be dwelling on for more than a 24-hour period of time. We should let him, live in peace and shit, and we really need to move forward to prevent shit like this from happening in the future. Because I feel like what happened is, he might have had, and this is if it really was over a bitch, keyword is if he really, if they knew he knew where Capone was, because that's who he was on FaceTime with. So it's obvious he probably did. And when I first heard this shit, I said he wouldn't give his man up. That him and Capone probably had some type of deal worked out. Or maybe even all Inglewood had some type of deal worked out, because if I remember, I believe that's what he was repping. And then they probably decided, like, okay, we're going to do this, get some clout off it, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Not, realizing the gravity of what they were doing. Now, if it was about a bitch, because a lot of people was telling me I'm right about it being his own people in some capacity. I'm not saying his own set, but definitely I think it was his own side. If you really think about it like this, right? Comparatively, right, the Bloods have a lot less infight, especially out there, infighting than Crips do. Like, you know what I'm saying? Crips is so much smaller of a gang, or a nation, but there's so much infight. That's why I can't even really call it a nation, because, you know what I'm saying? Like, you see Crip sets that fight with Crip sets all the fucking time. Like, there's Blood sets that fight with Blood sets too, but it's so rare. You know what I'm saying? It's not the rarest thing in the world, but it's not, you know what I'm saying? There's a reason there's a UBN and a UPN for a reason, right? So, you gotta think about it like this, like, I think, yeah, if it was over a bitch or something, it could make sense, because, you know what I'm saying? If they know he knows where Capone is, that's a cover. It's like, okay, now, because it looks bad if you kill somebody over a bitch. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't think that's just my generation. I think there's a lot of generations where it looks bad. You know what I'm saying? It looks like, why, man? Like, so it wasn't like you had, I don't know if the situation is exactly, but like, it is one thing if you got family with like, if it was some straight violation shit. But I mean, if it's just some random bitch, man, like, that's anybody bitch, man. Like, you feel what I'm saying? So it would make sense if whoever did that was from his own side, heard what Cowboy said about, his own side need to go take care of him and just beat his ass. Because I think Cowboy really, he from the older school, so he really like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? It was bad, but it's forgivable. He could learn from this. You see what I'm saying? You don't need more. I think he at the point where I've been at, where it's like, you've seen so much shit that gone horrible, so much death and just bullshit going on. You just don't want to see it no more. So you're like, look, man, I get, I feel some type of way about this too. And plus, Cowboy didn't look like he wanted to do something that serious. He looked like he was hurt, like that someone would do that to the boy shit. But he didn't look like he was plotting, you know what I'm saying? Motherfucker got certain, like, looking out when they be plotting, you know what I'm saying? And I really think that it's very, very, very possible that they could have done knowing about the situation, knew he was in somehow, because they keep talking about the locations and shit. So I promise you, they probably knew him and Capone was cool. And makes an excuse, it makes a cover where now instead of you killing this dude because of a bitch or whatever, you killing this dude because he wouldn't give up homeboy. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I don't know if that's exactly what happened, But if it was, it would kind of make sense to me because of that. So, like I said, this is the last video I'm doing on this. I don't want to talk about it no more. I want to let homeboy rest in peace. My condolences to his family. I want to be clear. I'm not coming at this in no type of disrespectful way because I'm a very firm believer you should not do that. All right, but be safe out there, y'all. Shit getting crazy.